we're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort, and China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Rick, welcome back.
Thanks, Scott. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. You really caught my eye today because when you were last with us, and let's call it 6 weeks or so ago, you said that it was, quote, the most exciting time in investing in your entire career. And then today, even though you've been bullish, you say this week, speaking, I suppose, of last week, feels like things are overheating. It feels a bit frothy. This is an eerie week for me. My antennae are up. We're watching the Fed with both eyes. What's the problem now, Rick?
Did I say all that? So I'd say a couple things. First of all, by the way, I still think this is the most exciting time for investing we've ever been involved with. I mean, the cross currents, the developments of technology and commerce are pretty incredible. By the way, there's also some private financings that are coming to the market that are fascinating. So I still think it's exciting. That being said, I did say all those things. And listen, last week was really a bit eerie in that you have an economy that is accelerating very quickly. Think about what happened last week. Retail sales were up almost 10%. Housing starts were up 19%. You've got an economy that is surging. Look at all the manufacturing surveys. Non-manufacturing ISM hit a record. And then you've got the Federal Reserve that's still putting more liquidity into the system. So what happened last week? Rates dropped. Equities rallied, commodities rallied, and then you saw the bank numbers that suggested, gosh, much bigger balance sheets because they're taking in so many deposits. It started to feel a little bit overdone, and quite frankly, when you see the environment that we're in, and as you described, where the economy is growing like it is, I'd actually like to see rates move higher because it's actually a sign of a healthy economy. And when it doesn't happen, because we are putting so much liquidity into the system, that feels a bit overdone. And that's why we pulled back a little bit in terms of our thinking.
Isn't this, though, why they invented the word Goldilocks when talking about stocks and this kind of environment? Isn't that what this is?
Yeah, except for I don't know what the next iteration beyond Goldilocks is, because when you have rates that are moderate. We've been in that environment. I don't know how many straight months we've been on the show talking about how much we like stocks. And by the way, I still think stocks are the best when you go across the entire asset allocation suite. I still like stocks better than anything else. But gosh, you want to see some normalcy to these markets. You want to see, quite frankly, I'll feel more comfortable when the Fed starts to actually move and actually starts to describe tapering. And while the markets may have a tough time with that, I think changing that communication is really important, because putting $120 billion a month into a system that is already flush with liquidity, is overdoing it a bit. And that's where I think you need to see this pare back a little bit. By the way, just to put these numbers into perspective, what happened last week, and the reason why I described it as a bit eerie, is you had another $85 billion get dispersed from Treasury into the system. And by the way, over the last, I think it's 50 trading days, about $700 billion through Treasury has gone into the system through the stimulus, while the Fed is putting liquidity in. Anyway, point being, why do commodities rally? Why do equities rally? Why do Treasuries rally? System's got too much liquidity in it.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher Stock Channel. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that everything is planned out. Now, of course, guys, we go over the funny article first. We have NASA awards $2.9 billion to SpaceX. And I think right now SpaceX valuation about $74 billion. Eventually they will go public. But guys, we know NASA was always a front. Do not forget Operation Paperclip. If you have my book, it's so important. And history has proven how they funneled billions and billions of dollars. Now, of course, guys, today we have the Dow fall, NASDAQ, S&P, and also we have cryptos down. Now, we know that the Fed is going to allow yields to rise, inflation to run wild, because the only way they can control it is to raise interest rates, and they can't do it on a $7 trillion balance sheet, guys. But remember, this was all part of the plan to build the fourth industrial revolution. Now we have Clean Energy Fuel Corporation, a renewable natural gas company, announces its partnership with Amazon, of course, the stock pops. And then also Amazon signs with ULA to launch the internet satellite. So guys, we see when it comes to Tesla doing all types of projects for the fourth industrial revolution, Amazon doing the same thing. It's the same corporations. These few corporations with control of the whole future. When you look at all of your communications, all of your media owned by a few corporations, your food owned by a few corporations. Yes, you may see a lot of different names, but it is the same hands. Now we have Microsoft is going to be launching xCloud. And we know what, guys, everything is going to be in the cloud for the fourth industrial revolution. No need for consoles. So yes, we see all these consoles being sold out, but we know the direction is to have everything in that cloud. That's what the end game is going to be. So this is going to change gaming forever. So make sure you keep an eye on that. Not your financial advice, not financial advice. Please do your own research. But Facebook, Microsoft, of course, guys, these stocks, yes, they're correct when we have big dumps, but these stocks are not going anywhere. Microsoft, Facebook, these are New World Order stocks. Also, guys, speaking of the New World Order, we have GameStop stock jumps as the CEO steps down. And we saw the New World Order use this GameStop in Reddit to bring in DeFi, cryptocurrency, NFTs. They bought in the whole cryptocurrency market right behind the conversation when it came to GameStop and Reddit. And the masses didn't know the difference. Now we have China calls Bitcoin an investment alternative. But as we know, guys, when it comes to China, they don't want private cryptocurrencies. The digital yuan is going to be the world reserve currency backed by the digital SDR. If you have my book, you already know this. Coinbase listing, of course, that helps with adoption. Dogecoin helps with adoption. Like I had stated, when Coinbase listed, algorithm stole at the top, and then what did we find out a few days later? The CEO, all the top executives, sold a lot of their stock at the top. Guys, we know this is all a game. It's all manipulation. The SEC is not there to do anything. Anytime the Federal Reserve was allowed to buy just about every stock they wanted to and drive the stock market up, well, all these people out of work, small businesses closing, which is the backbone of America, should let you know the current state of American economy is over. They had to destroy this current economy in order to bring in the new economy. And that's the reason why I constantly play that Jerome Powell video, let you know they're bringing in the technology economy, the fourth industrial revolution economy, cryptocurrencies, blockchain, drones, algorithms. Right now, guys, if you go on DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber, There's delays backed up. The reason why is because what? The New World Order causes the problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution. Nobody wants to do these jobs because they can get paid more sitting at home and then also with the free money. So what are they going to do? They're going to bring in these robots, these drones to replace the people, the jobs that they don't want. This is all orchestrated, and you have to see the plan. Educate your friends and family, because a lot of people can't even get food right now. I see it online, them complaining that if you don't leave a big tip on DoorDash or Grubhub, you're not going to get your meal, because now the drivers are selecting what they're going to do. But they don't know that autonomous driving is going to replace them. And remember, guys, all this free money runs out September 6th. In October and November, all those people who took advantage of not paying the mortgages, that is up. Do not forget to check out that video I did on that on my main channel, Crypto Teacher. Now let's get over into the actual indicators. We have the dollar down. We have the VIX up. And we had yields up, and that means the stock market is down. But we know when it comes into a big earnings week, Mondays will be down, but then, of course, we move back up during the week. But do not forget to go to the Fed app to see how much they actually are buying on a daily basis, and that will tell you which way the market is going to be headed. Do not forget to use your indicators. Also, we have Apple likely to boost dividends and stock buybacks. So do not forget, guys, they have $200 billion sitting on the sidelines. That's dollars. Same thing with Warren Buffett. We hear a lot of billionaires saying cash is trash, but right now, in the moment that we're in, cash is king. Now we have Bank of America tops the charts with a $15 billion bond deal. Now, a lot of that may go back to buybacks, but don't forget last week we had JP Morgan do a $13 billion bond deal. And who did the Fed tap the shoulder on? That's right, BlackRock. And BlackRock probably has about $2.6 trillion. We know the Fed is going to pull this rug. And we know that the banks don't have any safety net on purpose. Remember, cause a problem. Wait for the reaction, run in with the solution. And we know what that solution is, programmable money. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget to go check out the main channel, Crypto Teacher. Learn the new economy, like, subscribe, spread the channel everywhere. This channel, like, subscribe, spread everywhere, and y'all have a wonderful day.